This is Danny Gilfillan for SecondsOut in Manchester. The open workouts for Franchon Crews-Dezurn versus Savannah Marshall. It's a pleasure to be joined by one half of the main event, Savannah. Thanks for giving us a bit of your time. A few days out now, how are we feeling?
Feeling really good. It's been a brutal 12 weeks, so I'm just glad of the break, 5 week, ready for Saturday.
We'll come on to Franchon in a wee second, but just want to touch on, so it's coming up to 7-8 months now since the loss to Claressa. How was that for you? Obviously, you know, your first loss as a professional. Did it take a bit of sort of regrouping from mentally?
Oh, 100%. I went through every emotion going. It was hard. I was really confident in going that fight, and I said in interviews beforehand, you know, I get through Claressa on fight night, my life will change forever. So it was really hard for me.
Was there ever any temptation, because you're having back-to-back undisputed world title fights, was there ever any temptation to sort of take a chin up, or were you always thinking, like, I want to just get back in at the big time as soon as possible?
No, a boxer offered me. They mentioned a couple of opponents, but for me, especially at the high weights, the pool's so shallow, and what would I have done? Dropped down to do an 8-rounder against someone who I'm expected to walk through. I mean, I just couldn't get up for that. I train hard. I train really hard. 8, 10, 12 weeks. So for me to do a camp for someone who I'm expected to walk through, but not just for myself, even for the fans, how could I expect people to come and pay money to just watch me walk through someone?
On the Saturday night, as I say, up against Franchon Crews-Dezurn, undisputed champion, up at 168. She's very confident. We'll come on to sort of a bit of the build-up that's taking place in a bit. But first of all, just a simple question: what do you make of her as a fighter? What does she do well? Have you seen sort of weaknesses you think you can exploit?
I've known Franchon for a while. I've known Franchon for about 10 years. So I've known her quite a while. Look, she's undisputed champion, so you know what she's been doing is obviously working for her. She's very tough, strong, solid. She likes to bully opponents and walk forward. She's got the strength, so I expect that's what she's going to try to do with me on Saturday.
As I say, she's confident. She's not scared to talk, a bit like her mate Claressa. Once the gloves are off, it's been this recurring thing she's brought up, that you've had like a silver spoon, you've had like everything sort of handed to you. Where do you think that comes from?
I think she's on about the fact that she's given me a voluntary defence, and I'm thinking, you know, choose the saviour, choose the good Samaritan, you know, give me a voluntary defence. Why we? I mean, is it because I'm with a promoter? Is it because I'm with a TV broadcaster that's massive and you're not? Is that what you're getting at?
I think that's just her sort of trying to get in your head.
I think she's just bitter.
Last thing I want to touch on, it's up at 168. Do you think that'll benefit you? Obviously, last fight with Claressa was at 160. Do you think that extra 8 pounds, maybe not having to drain yourself as much, will be to your benefit?
Yeah, definitely. I always made middle. I always brought it down weeks, over the week. So I never ever crashed or broke as hard. And now I'm at this 168. I'm looking in the mirror thinking, Jesus, how did I ever make middle?
Thanks very much for your time, Savannah. Any last message you want to send to the fans ahead of another huge fight on Saturday night?
Just thank you everyone who's bought tickets, everyone who's tuning in. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it.
Savannah Marshall, all the best.